Hi everyone, my name is Stacy Morrell, and today I'm going to share with you 3 books that I found that I think would make wonderful additions to any classroom. The first is Tito Puente, Mambo King, written by Monica Brown and illustrated by Rafael Lopez. The grade level for this book would be pre-K through 2nd grade. This book highlights the life of Tito Puente, who was known as the Mambo King. The author provides brief descriptions and stories of how Tito loved, learned, and dreamed of playing music throughout his childhood growing up in New York City's Spanish Harlem. As he grew older, he joined the Navy where he learned to play saxophone and write music. He later attended the Juilliard School of Music. He always dreamed of leading his own big band, and he did form an orchestra called the Tito Puente Orchestra. That orchestra went on to record over 100 albums, and they won 5 Grammy Awards. The illustrations in this book are very colorful, lots of movement, and the other interesting thing that I like about the book is the text is written in both English and Spanish. The activity that I suggest go along with this book would be to make paper plate tambourines. And to do that, you would need 2 paper plates, a hole punch, a yarn or string, and some sort of filler, like rice, beans, or even small beads would work. So you can say I made a quick one, and you hole punch holes around the perimeter of both plates, and you lash the plates together with your yarn or your string. And then you insert your filler and close it all the way around the perimeter. You can definitely see how kids can be so creative with paints or markers or colored pencils. This will be a fun way for them to express their creativity. I think a great activity to do after they're finished is to have a classroom musical parade, or even through your school or a grade level hallway in your school. I think that would be a lot of fun, and you can see they make a happy noise that I know young children would really enjoy. My second book is Cinco de Marzo, written by Judy Cox and illustrated by Jeffrey Ebeler. The grade level for this book would be pre-K through 2nd grade. This book tells the story of a mouse that discovers the Mexican fiesta Cinco de Mayo. He wakes up to the wonderful smells of food cooking, and he starts to go out and find where those smells are coming from. Unfortunately, a cat is also following him, also looking for something yummy to eat. The mouse makes his way to the city park where he finds people eating, singing, and dancing. And the author describes the park as also being decorated with bright paper flowers and sombreros. The mouse continues exploring the celebration and discovers a piñata filled with candy. As he tries to think of a way to get a piece of the candy, a child hits the piñata, and of course candy flies everywhere. As the children are scrambling for candy, one of them steps on the cat's tail, which sends the cat howling back to his home. The mouse is sad as he realizes all the candy has been gathered by the children, but hidden deep in the grass he spies a lemon drop. The story ends with him running home to his hidey hole with his precious lemon drop. The illustrations in this book are also wonderful, and you get a true sense of Cinco de Mayo and what a celebration it truly is. Very, very colorful, very active. You can see the cat and the mouse. The activity that I suggest go along with this book is to make a piñata. And to make a piñata, you have to have a balloon, you need newspaper strips, and equal parts water and glue. And then you would need a variety of art materials to decorate the piñata. So you blow up the balloon, and you lay the strips on the balloon, and you paint them on with equal parts water and glue. You leave a small hole at the top in order for you to put your candy in. And after it has dried, it probably would take 1 to 2 days for it to thoroughly dry, you pop the balloon and you're left with the shell of your piñata. The kids definitely at that point could be very creative, and they could use a lot of paints to paint the piñata. after you have filled the piñata with your candy, then you can cover the hole at the top with duct tape or maybe masking tape. It would be a great example of process art for the children and would definitely let them explore being creative with how they decorate the piñata. The lesson from this book is it's a great way to introduce a different culture to your non-Hispanic children in your classroom. And it would also provide a wonderful way to connect with your Hispanic students in your classroom. If you have these children, this would definitely bring some sense of home or culture that they know into the classroom. And I think that could be very comforting to them. This story can also provide a wonderful way to begin conversations about different cultures and how they celebrate holidays, along with the different holidays that they celebrate. For the older students in maybe second grade, I can definitely envision some great conversations and great activities comparing and contrasting maybe American holidays versus the Cinco de Mayo type holidays. I think they could definitely see the differences, and I think it would help bridge the gap and let each other get a different perspective on holidays and celebrations. My third book is A Rainbow of Friends by P.K. Hallinan. The grade level for this book, I would say, is pre-K. It's written in a very simple rhyming text that I think young children would particularly be drawn to. And this book is all about the celebration of being unique, but also being friends. It promotes the idea that we all have different strengths, weaknesses, interests, and challenges, and that's okay. We are all unique, but together we can support one another with kindness and love. Hallinan encourages us to be accepting of one another, to make the world one of peace, harmony, and happiness. And this has wonderful illustrations of all types of children. You can see there's one depicted in the wheelchair, and lots of different children, lots of different physical characteristics. He also mentions how some of us may be challenged in movement or speech. And he's represented different cultures. So I think the lesson for this book is our differences make us special, and together our rainbow is complete. Although we have our differences, we can still be loving and kind, and we can be loved. We all have the need to feel loved and connected, and we are better when we work together. I think a wonderful activity for this book would be to make a friendship rainbow. I would have all my students make handprints using a variety of colors and paint, and I would post them in a rainbow shape. This is a good example of what I would do. I think it would provide a great opportunity to discuss friendships and how we're the same and how we're different, but how we can all love one another. I think the display would be an excellent one for any classroom or any school to show a sense of community and a sense of friendship and being connected. A quote from the book that I would add to the rainbow display would be, a rainbow of friends is a dream we can share where everyone's treated with kindness and care. So I think it would make a wonderful classroom display and a great chance for children to explore friendship. So often, I think people tend to think of diversity in terms of physical or language characteristics. I think we all lose sight that there are many aspects to diversity. The food we eat, the holidays we celebrate, the religion we practice, the music and the art we love, the interests we have, the strengths we exhibit, the weaknesses that challenge us, and the challenges we strive to overcome. Diversity is something we should all celebrate. The world would be a very boring and dull place without it. And I think this is a very important message to convey to all children, but young children especially. They come into our classrooms knowing that some people are different. They're very aware of it. But diversity, I believe, exposes them to a variety of people, places, and things in the world, and it feeds their sense of wonder. It is our job to help children appreciate how we are all unique, but we share the same hopes and dreams. Thank you for watching.